My name is Casey Marie Holmes, and I am the director of Just Kidding, Just Fine and Other Lies, which is the show the SITS program, the Social Interest Troupe at Northern Starz, is doing this winter. I actually have two different backgrounds. One of my backgrounds is in children's theater. I've worked for Prairie Fire Children's Theater. I've worked with Locally Grown with some of their children's shows. I recently interned at the Children's Theater in Minneapolis. And then my other side of my background is with social interest pieces in theater, where I have worked with companies such as Chain Reaction Theater Project on their production of Body and Soul about sex trafficking. I produced a show about gun violence in America. So I have like these two different backgrounds and get to meld them together here at Northern Starz, which is kind of fun and interesting. Kind of. It is my first time being here at Northern Starz. But at the exact same time, I'm directing their Christmas musical as well. So I get two first shows at Northern Starz happening at the same time, which is kind of interesting and fun having those processes going on. Just Kidding, Just Fine and Other Lies is a play about the everyday struggles of being a teenager. And the things that they go through, especially in school, mostly on bullying and what that does to a teenager, and the reasons that they can be bullied because of labels, because of stereotypes, because of background of family or money or anything like that, and how that affects teenagers and what schools can do and classmates can do to help prevent that from happening. So Just Kidding, Just Fine and Other Lies was actually written by a high school pretty close by in this area, and the students got together and started writing poetry, songs, monologues, and stories about the things that they had experienced, and their drama teachers took all of those pieces together and created this show that those kids then performed in to then show what they have personally been experiencing. So it's written by teenagers for teenagers to show what's going on in the teenage life. Awesome. They all love each other, which is fantastic. They all super know each other and they're super comfortable with each other, which is really important when you take on more serious topics, like bullying and suicide and all these other topics that are brought up in this show. And they're tackling these topics really, really well, and very maturely, which is sometimes hard to do with younger students and things like that. They're really able to tackle these topics with grace and respect, which is really phenomenal. I think it's important for teens and families to see because it tells teenagers that they're not alone. It says, those experiences that you're feeling, you're not alone. It's also happening to other students. For families, it's a reminder of this is still going on. What you experience as a teenager, it's still going on. Talk to your teenagers. See what's going on in their lives. And like, if you see warning signs, do something about it. And this show kind of like helps you see those warning signs a little bit of like, oh, these are things I'm seeing in my own student, or my own child, my own teenager in my life. I should really be talking to them. I think Social Interest Troupe at a children's theater is so important because we suffocate students' voices. I feel a lot of times that we look at students and high schoolers and say, you're still kids, which is true in some aspects, but they have just as much experiences as adults do with like the things that they're going through. They have opinions and they have voices and they want to share that. And this gives them an opportunity to do that I don't think is found in a lot of other places.